all kinds of crud in here. You'll have a bunch of crud inside your teapots. And there should be some down in here.
Zach, when you fire something that has a lid, do you fire it with the lid on?
Yes. And there's a reason for that, because the clay is starting to soften. And if the pot softens, the lid will soften with it, and it'll fit. But oftentimes you'll, for example, let's say I'm loading the kiln, and my pot is just, it's a 1/4 inch too tall with the lid on. Sometimes if I want that pot badly enough, say for a show, I'll take the lid off and put it on another shelf and hope that the two don't warp, and oftentimes they do. And then I'm kicking myself, why wasn't I a little more patient? Wait till the next firing. Because then it's a loser. It really is, it's a loss. Okay, so I'm gonna put red iron on this. And do in here. Because glaze is a liquid, not all glazes run, but most of them will. Well, all of them will run if you overfire the kiln. And most of them will run if you put too much glaze on the pot, if it's applied too thickly. So by having this foot, this bottom of the foot be unglazed, I've created sort of a margin for error. So should the glaze start to run, it's got to cross about a 1/2 inch before it hits the shelf. If it hits the shelf, then my pot's stuck to the shelf. And sometimes they're real hard to get off. When you come to the glazing area, you ought to have a bunch of tools. I just bring all my tools. So what I'm going to do now is take a clean sponge that doesn't have any red iron oxide and maybe try to get some of the red iron off of this, since I haven't decided what color I'm going to glaze it yet. If it's a dark color, I don't need to get all this off. But if it's a light color, I probably should. And the bottom looks okay. Now the lid, it's going to sit on there all the way.
You have to put iron on the
So
lid.
it's going to have red iron around here, and maybe also this part. And if I use the same section of my sponge that I've been using, it spreads the red iron really nice. Sometimes you don't even need to use the brush. And I want to do just the edge at the top. Because that, where you see the red iron, it won't be glazed right at the edge. And so